What is up, entrepreneur DNA family? I am back with another incredible guest, and I am so excited. We already just were riffing for the last 15, 20 minutes about kids, parenting, being a woman, being a business owner. This is super exciting to have Sophia Castro here. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm super excited to be able to speak now that we've been talking a lot about women empowerment, about, PMA.
Yeah, all the good things.
So yes, so excited to be able to give value and maybe get to be one woman to change their mind on the outlook of being an entrepreneur and stronger than the men.
That's it. Well, so I was just telling you, and for all you watchers and listeners right now, go follow Sophia, men and women alike. She has an incredible women's movement. We'll talk about that. But the first thing I started peppering you with was just like, me and my wife are in the trenches, and like brand new baby, 5 weeks old. We have a 3-year-old girl. We're navigating the single only child syndrome now. She's not the only child. But let's just talk about the parenting part of all this before we get to business and the strength of a mother and the things, the stuff that we were just talking about, right?
Yes.
Getting help. Like, how hard is that for women to ask for it and things of that nature?
This is one of the strongest topics, I would have to say, that when I go on to a stage or if I'm in a mastermind group, that is a topic of very strong interest. A lot of women, when we have babies, we automatically become this, guarded.
I got it.
And no one's going to touch. Yeah. Nobody's going to do it better. I got this. I don't want help. And later on, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, it could be they break down.
Yeah.
They break down because no matter, we want to be superwoman, right? And we are superwoman, but it does get tiring. And what I try to tell women, I've been there. I have two children. I have a 33 and a 27, now way older. So I've already been experienced. I've been there. I've done that. I now have grandbabies.
Yeah.
And what I try to tell women is don't feel underpowered or less because you want help. That is not the case. That is when you bring in help, you're getting more power. You're going to be able to be that superwoman that we are. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. I had a nanny since, my mother was with me being a Cuban. My mom is that Cuban mom that wanted to be there, that little hen and taking care of everybody. So I was very lucky for the first 4 or 5 years of my first child's life that I had her. But I had a housekeeper as well, and I couldn't afford it at the time. I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people say, I can't afford that. Do whatever you got to do to be able to bring in help for yourself. Because it's mental health, it's your relationship. Your children get the best of you when you have other people around you helping you. And I always like to tell this to women, what is better? Giving your child 1 hour of great interaction of like really paying attention, or giving that child all of you instead of 1 hour? Because after 1 hour, you're already tired. You have to clean the house. You have to cook. You have to wash your clothes. You have to run errands. You have to do this. So now your child is a burden.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh my God. And then when your spouse gets home, you're a pain in the ass, right? And you don't mean to, but now then that brings friction into your relationship, because now you're like, I've been all day with our kids. I've cleaned, I've cooked, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. And now you get home and you want me to give you my attention too. And well, you don't want help. And it's the biggest relationship breaking up of because you're exhausted, and then you want your spouse, and whether this is a man or a woman, you want them to come home after they've been out there busting their butt for 8, 10, 12 hours, and you want them to help you when you don't want to get help.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I'm going to say no.
No, that is not fair at all. And I tell this to all stay-home moms. Be the CEO of your household.
There you go.
You control your household, your children, your house, but bring in help. Bring in your secretary. Bring in, just like a businessman does, or a businesswoman, bring in help so that when you're the CEO of your household, you are calling the shots. You're not doing everything. You're taking care of your kids. You're going to take care of the bills of the house. If there's any repairs that need to be at home, any kind of planning, anything, you are in charge, anything that belongs to your home, your household chores. That way, now you have a cleaning lady. If you have a nanny, You could have, somebody outside doing all the chores, whatever you can afford. But let me tell you something, whatever you need to do, having a housekeeper or having a nanny is a must for a new parents to be able to get through those rough years, because they're not easy. When you bring in a second or third or fourth person into this relationship, meaning your children, it is not easy.
It is the only thing. And listen, I'm a little older in terms of when I got married. So I'm 42 now. I got married at 39. I met my wife at 37. Met her at Kiki's on the River.
Oh, nice. One of my favorites.
Right. So I lived in Scottsdale. She lives here. She's Cuban from Miami. Met her at a day club, Sunday day club. We were having a great time. But I will tell you, getting married didn't change my life. Dating, all that, it's the kids that changes your life. And it changes our relationship, because to your exact point, literally today, I'm trying to pamper her, give her what she wants. We were just talking about this. She's going for Mom's Day. But the second we are over, I have to run home because someone has to pick up the 3-year-old because the grandma's with the little baby. And I'm like, this is chaos.
It's too chaotic. And this is what I like to tell women. I love to say, you need to build a highway, okay? And you build lanes in that highway. It doesn't matter how many lanes. Everybody has different amount of lanes that you're going to put in that lane, in that highway. You pick your highway. You pick your lane. When you pick your lane, you need to stay in that lane. Everybody needs to stay in that lane, because once you start crossing over, example, your wife, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be the one that take care of our children. But now she's crossing into your lane, right? And no offense to your wife. I don't know her, but please don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to make your life a little easier.
Yeah.
When you say, I'm going to stay home, she can't expect for you to let go of your job or your career to come home for the kids when she chose to be a stay-at-home mom, right? Yeah. Now you're stopping your goals, your big goals to build that empire. Now she crashed into you.
Yeah.
Now she just put a flat tire on your car.
Yeah.
Now that's going to take you longer to get to that end goal, right? So everybody, I'm not saying that it's going to stop you, but it's going to slow you down, because now you got to let go of your day to go take care of the kids. Meanwhile, because she doesn't want to have a nanny.
Right. I mean, that's what it goes back to. She can be the CEO of the house, go get a nanny, get someone that can pick up the 3-year-old from school, bring her home. I know it's great, but
still creating your career for both. That's for your whole entire household.
Right.
You're in charge of creating that empire for your whole entire family.
Yeah.
If she wants to stay home, she needs to be that CEO of her household and create assistance, that, whatever she could create to make her and your life easier, so that later on as well, when you get home at whatever time it is, at your choice, that you are able to be pleasant with each other and wanting to say, oh my God, my husband's coming home.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to have a dinner with him, with the children as well, or without the children, whatever the case may be. Have your date nights, feel fresh so that you guys could not feel tired at night. So, and those are the little things that women don't understand, and they impose this whole chaos life that they've built for themselves because they want to with their relationship. And that's where you see where the relationships can't last more than a certain amount of years, because somebody's going to get tired.
Yeah.
Whether it's you or her.
Tired, right? So, and that's the point, is if you're both tired, then there's no communication. We both go to sleep early. There's no hanging out with each other. There's no romance, love, because you're just tired, and then it breaks, right?
It breaks. At one point, it could last 3, 4, 5 years, but it'll break if you don't get this under control. And maybe it lasts 2 months. Some people just can't deal with this chaos. Some men say, I'm done. I can't be a Mr. Mom, and I can't be the entrepreneur to create this empire for our family, especially when you're beginning, because they're both rough, right? You're beginning this career or this whole empire life that you've created. Bobby and I didn't have a nanny and a housekeeper. We would have never been able to accomplish what we have accomplished in our lifetime. It's impossible.